Thanks for staying with STL TV Live. Wow St. Louis is a weekend full of discovery and learning about outdoor activities. And here to tell us more is Dan Zarlenga of the Missouri Department of Conservation. Welcome back, Dan.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
It's always great when you come because you tell us about everything going on outdoors in St. Louis, and it's a great time of year to be outdoors.
It really is. You know, a lot of people think, oh, camping's for the summer, and now the summer's over, no more camping. Not so.
I think the summer's the worst time for camping.
Well, you know, it depends on who you talk to, but me personally, I tend to think yes, because if you don't like bugs or humidity or heat, well, guess what? That's what you got in the summer.
Right.
Whereas if you go into the fall, the air's cooler typically. You have fewer bugs. Can't guarantee no bugs, but they're typically fewer, and you get, you know, a few weeks from now, you'll be treated to some beautiful fall color. So
right.
A lot of neat stuff is still in bloom. So it's really actually the primo time of year to go camping, in my personal opinion, and that of a lot of other people too.
Yeah, exactly. And we can camp right here in the city of St. Louis. So tell us about that. A weekend from this weekend, so in about 10 days.
That's right, September 13th and 14th. We have our annual Wow St. Louis Camp Out and Outdoor Skills School Day. And it's a really neat event because it's geared to helping folks who maybe are not familiar with the outdoors and haven't been out a whole lot, to kind of help them take that first small step to learn something about the outdoors in a safe and fun way. And so then hopefully they can take some of those skills they've learned and then take it to the next level on their own and go out and explore and have their own little adventures outdoors.
Yeah, so Wow St. Louis is open to anybody in the metropolitan area.
Absolutely.
By registration, right?
Exactly. It does require advanced registration. Open to anyone 6 years or older. And basically the way it works, on Saturday during the day we have a number of outdoor skills type classes, like we have archery, fishing, canoeing, outdoor cooking, geocaching, a number of different things to learn outdoor skills. And so you can take that, and then as an option you can also stay in camp overnight in Forest Park. Now that's kind of unique because it's not every day you get to camp in Forest Park and not end up in a jail cell. So, you know, it's actually your ability to do that. But it's a great way to help kind of introduce yourself to the outdoors, and we have folks on hand to help you.
You guys make it really easy. Do you provide the tents and equipment, or do people bring their own? How does it work?
Well, basically, we can provide tents if you don't already have a tent. So you just have to let us know when you register that you'll need a tent. So we can provide that. We also provide the food too. We have a lunch during the school part of it during the day, quote unquote school. We have lunch, and then we also have like a hot dog cookout for dinner and some other things. And we provide breakfast snacks in the morning for those who are camping. So we provide that. Now, one thing you do have to have though is your own personal gear, like a sleeping bag or some blankets or something like that you can use for a sleeping bag. You want to carry like a light. Headlamps are great. They're not that expensive. You can find them in a lot of places, and you have hands-free light. And so your personal toiletries and things like that you would need. But, you know, as far as the tent is concerned, we can provide that. We can provide the food and those kinds of things to make it easy for you.
Yeah, and that is easy. I love camping, but camping, you do have to prepare and bring a lot of things. And I'm telling you, if you can do it your way, I do that any day.
Well, the big thing is cooking, and so we provide that for you. And so you don't have to bring a lot of cooking stuff and all that if you don't want. Now, if you want to bring a little something and make your own, you can do that, but you don't have to.
Right.
So, but then that would be your next step when you go camping on your own. Then you could take the outdoor cooking class, which we have, and then you could learn how to do that.
Exactly. So typically, how many people come to this event every year?
Well, it can range. I mean, we've had anywhere from like 60 or 80 folks to some of our biggest years we've had a couple of hundred. So it just depends on, you know, the year and who signs up and all that kind of thing. But it's small enough. We break up into small groups, so you're not in with 100 people in a class or something. It's and they're like rotations that we go through, and you can take 3 classes during the day. So there's kind of a rotation thing, and you're not all in one class.
Okay, and what if it rains?
Well, if it rains, bring an umbrella and a rain jacket. That's
just like real camping.
That's just like real camping, exactly.
Ponchos are great, easier than umbrellas.
That's a good point too.
Like
yes.
Headlamps, so. Good.
Awesome.
Well, it sounds like there are lots of great things going on right here in the city of St. Louis for people that want that outdoor experience or maybe have been hesitant to try it. Sponsored by the Missouri Department of Conservation. And I'm sure you guys have lots of other things coming up this fall. We'll check out the website is probably the best way to find out.
Yes, MissouriConservation.org is our website, and we have a number of sites here in St. Louis. And this particular WOW Camp Out, we are certainly involved in it, but also a number of partners are helping us out with that. Missouri State Parks is a big player, National Park Service, Army Corps of Engineers, St. Louis County Parks and Rec, U.S. Forest Service, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, a lot of folks coming
All
together
your
to make
friends,
this work.
all of Dan's friends.
Exactly.
They're coming
exactly.
together to do this. Well, this is great. Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing this experience with us again, and all the great programs that you guys do every year for our residents. Wow St. Louis looks like it will be a very fun event, and make sure to reserve your space as soon as possible by calling 314-340-5794 or going on to the website, I guess would be another easy way to do it. It's right here on the screen. And next on STL TV Live, Circus Kaput. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back.